Welcome to Nature Walk, the podcast that takes you on a journey through the wonders of the natural world. I'm your host, David, and I'm delighted to share with you today's top story, which comes to us from the Pacific Islands, where researchers have made a disturbing discovery about the decline of insects in remote ecosystems. Imagine yourself standing on a sun-kissed beach, surrounded by swaying palm trees and crystal-clear waters. The air is filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers and the gentle hum of insects as they go about their daily lives. But beneath this idyllic scene, a more sinister reality is unfolding. A new study published in the journal Science has found that 79% of Fiji's endemic ant species are in decline, with populations shrinking at an alarming rate. To understand the significance of this finding, let's take a step back and consider the importance of insects in our ecosystem. These tiny creatures play a vital role in pollination, decomposition, and food chains, and their loss can have far-reaching consequences for the health of our planet. The researchers behind this study analyzed genomes of ant populations from the Fijian archipelago, gathered over recent decades and held in museum collections. By examining variations in DNA sequences among individuals, they were able to infer whether ant populations were growing or shrinking. The results are nothing short of alarming. It appears that human activities such as habitat destruction, pesticide use, and climate breakdown have been hammering insect populations from all sides. The decline of these ant species began around 3,000 years ago, when humans first arrived on the islands, and has accelerated dramatically over the past 300 years, coinciding with European contact, global trade, and the advent of modern agriculture. This study adds to a growing body of evidence that suggests we are living through an insect apocalypse. In Germany, flying insect populations have dropped by 75% in less than 30 years, while in the US, beetle numbers have plummeted by 83% over 45 years. The implications are dire, and it's essential that we take action to protect these vital ecosystems. As we continue on our nature walk, we'll explore more stories from the natural world, highlighting both the challenges and the triumphs of the incredible creatures that call our planet home. From the majestic landscapes of the Galapagos to the intricate social structures of insect colonies, we'll delve into the fascinating world of biodiversity and explore what we can do to preserve it. We'll be right back with more fascinating stories from the natural world on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host, David. As we continue our journey through the natural world, we find ourselves in the midst of a heartwarming and yet sobering tale of rescue, rehabilitation, and the plight of endangered species. Today, we're going to talk about Zayton, a young western lowland gorilla who has been at the center of an international effort to combat wildlife trafficking. Soft music plays in the background. In the lush hills outside Istanbul, Turkey, Zayton was discovered by authorities in a small box, terrified and alone. This little gorilla, barely a baby at the time, had been torn from his home in the rainforests of Central Africa, a victim of the lucrative and devastating trade in endangered species. The numbers are staggering. According to a 2013 UN report, over 3,000 great apes are lost to illegal trade every year, with many more going undetected. As the music subtly changes, but Zayton's story takes a turn for the better. He was taken in by the dedicated team at Polonezkoi Zoo, where he received the care and nurturing he so desperately needed. Under their watchful eyes, Zayton has grown from a fragile 9.4 kilograms to a robust 16 kilograms, his height increasing from 62.5 to 80 centimeters. He now plays and swings through the trees like any energetic young gorilla should. The music becomes more uplifting. As we follow Zayton's journey, we're reminded of the complexities and challenges involved in rescuing and rehabilitating animals like him. The Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, or CITES, dictates that rescued animals must be returned to their country of origin. And so, Zayton is set to be repatriated to Nigeria, where he will be cared for by the Pandrillis Foundation before eventually being released back into the wild. As the music becomes more contemplative, but Zayton's story also highlights the darker side of human nature. The demand for baby great apes as pets, or for exploitation in zoos, circuses, and social media is driving this illicit trade. It's a trend that's increasingly linked to organized crime networks, making it even more difficult to combat. The music fades into the background. As we wait to hear about Zayton's next steps, we're reminded of the importance of cooperation between countries and organizations in the fight against wildlife trafficking. The Pandrillis Foundation, with their expertise and dedication, will provide a safe haven for Zayton and, hopefully, a chance for him to thrive in his natural habitat. the music slowly returns. And so, as we continue on our nature walk, we're left with a sense of hope and a renewed commitment to protecting these incredible creatures. Zaytun's story is a testament to the power of compassion and conservation. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host, David. As we conclude today's journey through the fascinating world of wildlife and conservation, I'd like to share with you a remarkable story of resilience from the Australian outback. It's a tale that challenges our conventional understanding of how climate change affects species extinction and highlights the incredible adaptability of life on Earth. In the early 2000s, a small marsupial known as the Ampurta, or crest-tailed mulgara, was facing extinction across Australia. Listed as endangered in 1999, its population had been declining due to the presence of invasive species such as rabbits, foxes, and feral cats. However, during the Millennium Drought, which lasted from 2001 to 2009, something unexpected happened. The Ampurta began to thrive. As the drought reduced the populations of its predators and competitors, the Ampurta expanded its range by over 48,000 square kilometers, an area larger than Denmark. This remarkable recovery was documented by a team of scientists from the University of New South Wales, who found that the Ampurta's flexible diet and low water requirements allowed it to not only survive, but flourish in the harsh conditions. The study's findings are a testament to the complex and often surprising ways in which species interact with their environments. As the authors note, the increase in global extent of occurrence for Ampurta, achieved during severe drought, is one of the clearest recent examples of native mammalian re-expansion under climate extremes. This is a rare and hopeful conservation signal, suggesting that other species may also possess similar resilience. The story of the Ampurta serves as a reminder that life has an incredible ability to adapt and find ways to thrive in even the most challenging conditions. As we face the growing threat of climate change, it's essential to recognize that conservation efforts can be successful and that nature has the capacity to surprise us with its resilience. The recovery of the Ampurta is also a testament to the importance of continued monitoring and research into the complex relationships between species and their environments. By studying how different species respond to extreme weather events, we may uncover new opportunities for assisted recovery efforts and reintroductions. As we conclude today's nature walk, I'd like to leave you with a sense of hope and wonder at the incredible diversity and adaptability of life on Earth. The story of the Ampurta is a powerful reminder that even in the face of adversity, nature can find a way to thrive. That's all for today's nature walk. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep exploring your natural world. That's all for today's nature walk. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep exploring your natural world.